I think. I also think a lot of companies just kind of do that too, though, no? They just overly, well, I guess a lot of companies during COVID did also overhire like crazy. Because we were like in a crazy bubble, man. COVID was a crazy bubble, holy fuck. No, I didn't see that, mister. That's crazy. I think Unreal got easier to work with less people. I'm gonna be honest, like, Fortnite is a game that I don't know if this is fucked up to say, and I'm not saying this in support of layoffs because that's never ever a thing I'll support. But you can definitely make Fortnite with less than 1,000 people, less than 500 people, less maybe than even 100 people. I don't know though. I don't know if that's a crazy thing to say. I just don't know, like, what does 1,000 people on a game mean? Like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, like, what do 1,000 different people do on one game? It makes so many cosmetics, though. Yeah, I guess if we're talking like the outer parts of the game, like cosmetics and marketing shit and shit like that, then maybe. I don't even know, like, that's just it's crazy to think about, like, 1,000 people working on a game like that. How is that not just like the best game ever created? If I had 1,000 people working on a game, like, I don't even know, like, how to compute that in my mind. Epic Games isn't just Fortnite, my dude. Okay, name the other 3 games at Epic Games, buddy. Can we be real for a second? Fortnite is Epic Games. Epic Games is Fortnite, brother. That's true. Rocket League, I guess, is popular now, so maybe we'll give it a little bit to. Maybe we'll give like 5% to Rocket League, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, so is the 1,000 people laid off? Because I saw on Twitter it was like Fortnite people. Was it also, you know, the engine
of New Babylon?
The engine guys on Unreal?
How
was
we
it like that, or was it Fortnite only?
Yeah. People of New Babylon, I know I've been gone for the past 2 days, and I miss all of you.
To me, it looked like it was just
It's
Fortnite
good to be
people.
back.
Am I wrong in
and
that?
It's good to be here with all of you. I've also heard that there was some questions, remarks, discourse regarding the economy and how the Merchant Guild functions and operates. And I would like to tell all of you that I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have regarding the economy and its future and its plan that we have within the Merchant Guild to make sure that the Babylari here in your pockets matter. That you feel like you are able to participate in the economy of New Babylon and be able to provide and also receive. That is the ultimate goal, is making sure these handshakes of transactions that happen do matter, do have value behind them. And you believe that this economy is headed for the right direction. And any single person here is able to participate and be part of it. That is the ultimate goal. So if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer some of them. And I'm not going to get offended.
That goes
as far as these questions, I'm not going to get upset. Please be blunt and honest, because the ultimate goal is to make sure this whole entire place functions as a whole. And it's not about my ego or pride when it comes to it. It's about making Babylon better. Any questions? Please, Harry. Thank you.
Okay. Yesterday at Trade Day, I saw a group. Now, I'm not sure which group it was, but they turned up with, like, 7 to 8 like blacked out vans. I'd hate to think like all the shit they brought up to Babylon and how much they got paid out. And then from my understanding, all these materials just gets transported over to the recycle machine and then someone just presses a button. But where the fuck are all these materials going to?
Everyday building,
What
everyday
building?
businesses. Buildings
There's
are...
a fucking tower, a skyscraper that got built, and shit got blown up.
Yeah, which is, thank you for bringing it up. Imagine a building that gets blown up in New Babylon. That's a problem.
Imagine a building that gets put up without approval.
It was put up without approval. Just because the architect does not like the design doesn't make it, you know, less approved.
I have a question to you, honestly. Do you just take all this scrap and junk just to put Babylari in outsiders' pockets? I feel like
No.
some of these
No,
outsiders
no.
are making more Babylari than the Babylonians.
Absolutely not. No. There's more Babylon that could be earned within New
Harry's asking,
Babylon
like,
if
the
you look
worst
at the
questions,
Merchant
though.
Guild contract book. You can pay between 10 to 15, maybe 20 Babylari a contract, right? So Babylon could be earned much easier within New
Sab
Babylon.
isn't getting cooked because we do
I've
need all
spoken
these
with my
resources.
merchants. We're not buying everything. Sometimes we are, depending on supply and demand. But we're going through between 50 to 100,000 materials a week in New Babylon. From things that get made around here, it's a lot.
Harry's asking the questions that Sab actually
I have
has
a
answers
question,
to.
Is there was news shared when you were gone that you hired Dev?
That is correct, yes.
Yeah. And as far as I was aware, we're going through like a, you know, economy rework.
Correct, yes. But just because Dev is part of the Merchant Guild does not mean he's got any opinion that will sway how the economy's done. He's more on a basic level. Somebody's going to help out with upkeep, paperwork, making sure that we're always up to date as far as our stock. Basic paperwork bitch work till he's proved himself to be somebody worthy to have an opinion on the table, to have anything when it comes to the sway of economy or the Merchant Guild. So there's levels to it. I can understand people's concern or remarks. I mean, you're totally valid in bringing that up because it is somebody who's been fired from previous business, right? But I believe in redemption, and I believe that people can learn from their mistakes and do better. And if they don't, then they shouldn't be here.
Yeah, we needed the Merchant Guild these last 2 days, and I haven't seen fucking Dev once. Quentin has been coming and going, doing his best, and you haven't been here. When's the Merchant Guild gonna get someone with accountability?
What accountability are you looking for, Harry? Do you do contracts? Do you do work around here?
Okay, I feel you're flipping the question on me. I'm saying, all I'm saying, Sub, okay, is we need someone we can lean on.
And like I said, I shoulder that blame. I'm right here. When it comes to the economy being fucked, yes, I had a partake in that. And last week I went up here and I laid down the plan and we had a Q&A regarding that, right? But we didn't get here overnight. We're not going to leave this situation overnight. Since it takes some time, and our last trade day was very successful. So there's an influx of gold coming in. People are coming into the economy as a whole and exchange it with New Babylon. The biggest issue right now is making sure that people in New Babylon feel like they can earn Babylari and not worry about every single day waking up, I have to strive for a fucking penny or two. That could be frustrating.
I think you've been picking favorites.
I don't think I have. If you can give me an example, show me.
Fifi's skyscraper built overnight. And what the fuck happened with Debbie? You built Debbie a whole station. Where's Debbie at?
Yeah, she left us. That was a mistake. That was my mistake. I try to see the best in people. And like I said, I also have to hold myself back a bit when it comes to it. And now jump to the gun and say yes to everything. That's something I'm
these
working
are
on.
all these materials that all these materials are being used for these kind of projects.
There we go.
Yeah. For the betterment of New Babylon. That's the goal, right?
I think that's all the questions I have. I mean,
Please ask. Like I said, if you're struggling with the economy, you got an issue with it, you feel like certain things just don't make any sense, you got a question mark in your head, come
speak
up,
up, guys. The man's here today. I know you all got questions. He's here to
Get up on the mic. So it's obvious that the Merchants Guild has lost quite a bit of trust. There's a lot of trust last night how it's trust, not necessarily Babylari, that is one of the main commodities here within Babylon from the teachings of the old parables. What is the Merchants Guild going to do to regain the trust of the Babylonians? Thank you.
Can you ask you a little bit? Can you elaborate on that? Like, when you say mistrust, what makes you? Are you speaking on behalf of the people, or are you speaking on behalf of yourself? Do you not trust the Merchant Guild?
I personally am 50-50, just seeing how the economy is starting.
Okay,
just with
understood.
the economy issues.
What issues do you have with the economy right now?
Well, just with the loss of trust. What I'm hearing.
Okay, but what makes you believe you don't have any trust in the economy if you don't know what's wrong with the economy? I'm trying to understand the root cause of how you feel.
Well, so everyone's listing that prices are going up. There's inflation. Something is wrong, and that causes a loss. You don't think that causes a loss of trust with the Merchants Guild?
Sure. I think for me is because I've addressed the inflation part. This was bound to happen. We're not 9 months into the economy, right? The fact it took maybe 8, 6, 9 months for me to change prices goes to show how healthy the economy was at one point. But as you know, we're also not competing within New Babylon as a whole, but outside of it. And to make sure things are moving along, we have to adapt. And sometimes inflation is bound to happen to make sure things kind of level off as far as the businesses and the intake that we have from the outside. Now, as far as the trust and changing that, I plan to speak with every single person in New Babylon and figure out exactly what issues they have within the economy and what they're struggling with, and trying to find solutions to those problems. So for fully to gain that trust back of the people in New Babylon and to get back on track, I need more information about the issues they're suffering from directly.
Thank you very much. That was my only question.
I want to start.
Is there no one else asking any goddamn questions?
Thank you, Harry.
The fuck are you guys doing, man? Are you guys even listening?
Speed, what's your question?
My question first is, are you sober today?
I am 100%.
Okay, good to know.
I've been
okay,
sober
now
the
that
past
you're
36
sober,
days.
okay? Well, that's a lie, but listen, now that being said, okay? Let me tell you, does the Merchant Guild just keep buying materials no matter how much they have? Like, you know, no matter what? Like, if you have 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, you just keep buying?
It depends. It's not a black and white question, right? We buy to our demand and we keep a bit more.
So is your demand?
It's 150,000 a week. That's what we go through.
Okay, so demand is 150,000. So let's say if I come and I'm about to sell you the 160,000 of the week, do you deny people, or you just still you still pay them because, you know, you feel like, oh, they did the work, so I'm gonna pay them?
So that is a good question. Are you talking about within New Babylon or outside of Babylon?
Anywhere.
Only for inside New Babylon, I'll buy anything off of you, yes.
Thank
Outside
you,
of
sir.
Babylon, we will not do that.
Thank you, sir. Answer my question.
Hello, Sab.
Thank you.
Okay, I have one question. So, from my understanding, the prices have changed for when we stuff made, like, or pay for materials for things for trading, and it's different for when we're making stuff for New Babylonians. So, it's a lot cheaper when we make things for trading, right?
Correct, because we're competing with the USD value of
Yes.
how people see Babylon gold bars versus here.
Yeah. So I wanted to know what is it to distribute Babylari out to the outsiders? Is that
Can
the
you repeat your
biggest goal?
question? I didn't hear the first part, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Is our biggest goal to distribute to outsiders? Is that why it's so much cheaper? at
No,
trading?
our goal is to compete with the outside market because, for example, one Babylari is roughly 22,000, right? To get yourself on a handgun, for example, like a double action, is 35,000, right? So if we charge 4 Babylari for one handgun, they don't see it as 4 Babylari for handgun. They see it as $100,000 for that double action, right? Therefore, we cannot compete with the outside market, and trade day as a result lacks the ability to bring in people into there to exchange their gold for Babylari, right? So the reason why behind it is because we're lowering the prices to give people incentive to get involved within the economy of New Babylon
Yeah.
and be able
So
to
I was
compete on the outside
wondering
market.
why we're not trying to even it out both inside and during trade days.
Because there's other ways you can obtain Babylon a lot easier within inside the walls of New Babylon versus the outside, where outsiders can only do it by turning gold or selling materials to the Merchant Guild, for example.
So you want it to be more expensive for us inside of New Babylon because it's easier access.
It's
New
more
Babylon.
expensive, but at the same time, it's not, because you have to understand we're paying you more now for the work, right? So you can prices have gone up, but you're also getting more paid more. It's like when the minimum wage goes up from like a $7 to $8, but also the reason why it does that, the food price goes up by $1, right? That way it can compensate for everything, or else you're gonna have an imbalance of getting paid a lot of Babylari and things being very cheap.
He's got an answer for everything right now.
Babylari for too long.
Okay, cool. That's my questions.
This is a little less on the economy side and more about the materials and the buildings. You have taken accountability for the buildings surrounding Debbie's sort of news thing, as well as that tower. Going forward, what system are you going to put in place, or changes in standards for how you decide what to say yes and no to?
Obviously, the steps I'll take is I'm making sure this person is taking the parts to understand New Babylon as part of New Babylon. They've also done and shown in the past they're willing to help out areas within New Babylon, and they're not here for themselves and ideas, but for New Babylon as a whole. Once they've proven that, and obviously leadership is okay with the project being built, that's when I'll start getting involved in building things.
Okay, thank you.
I believe a pretty big question on quite a few people's minds is personnel. Having members of the Merchants Guild available for questions. And I know it can be difficult throughout the entirety of a 24-hour day. And I also understand that it can be difficult to have, too many cooks in a kitchen. What are, I suppose, your expectations or thought process behind how many people you hire to be part of the Merchants Guild?
The expectation is obviously, like I said, one is they have to match what the Merchant Guild is looking for, somebody who's going to be able to help out in what areas we need help with. For example, it could be organizing paperwork, right? Second is availability. Like you said, you need to be available. You need to be around, I don't want to say every single day, but at least to me 4 or 5 times a week. And obviously, the last thing is somebody who understands how this faction can have an effect on Babylon as a whole, and to understand the responsibility behind it.
Small follow-up question. If someone is interested in taking part of the Merchants Guild, what would you say to them? What expectation would you lay out for them? Like if someone is very passionate about being a part of the solution to our economical problems, what would you say?
I would present them with a problem to see if they can solve it. I would pick their brain as far as how they see things when it comes to the economy of Babylari.
But it's such a waste of time because Sav is just like talking out of his ass and nobody's calling him out for it. Like this guy is just talking out of his
their ability
ass.
to be able to trade and conduct barter and be able to speak with people and the connections they have here.
All right. I thank you very much.
Andy?
So, yesterday we kind of heard how Chrome's profit margins were. Now, I'm sure you pay the people that work for you, but you're not doing something similar, are you? Where you are upcharging Babylonians and then pocketing the rest?
No.
Correct?
No. So, I take full responsibility for the whole thing with Jeff.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You're skipping that question, boy. You're skipping that question.
I'm not at all, Andy. My goal is to generate profit for the Merchant Guild to provide more work within New Babylon, not to profit off the Babylari and live a rich life and go around calling people peasants because I can.
All right.
Hello. My question is, I'm just going to be really direct. You, being in the Merchants Guild, have very close eyes to all the businesses and what you provide to them. What would you say the issue is with the economy right now in New Babylon?
2 things. One is overcharging And then 2 is the stagnant of Babylari within New Babylon. And obviously it falls in the Merchant Guild to find ways to continue that stagnant flow of Babylari, where often people are holding on to the Babylari instead of spending it. And it obviously comes down to not always having a lot of different things to spend on. And at the same time, the worry is people are not taking risk what they have. They buy their vehicles, they buy their weapons, and they just hold on to it forever. There's no risk involved in anything they do, so it sits there for a while. I'm not saying go out there and get in the chase with a cop or whatever, but I'm saying that a lot of times we're too cautious what we have, and as a result, it causes a lot of stagnant within the economy.
Now, without deflecting that to every other business within New Babylon, how is the Merchants Guild at fault for the economy in your eyes?
By not taking things by the rein and letting things kind of be more laissez-faire as far as the business
We're
is, right?
asking like the
Where I
most
should have came in and
useless
said, hey,
questions.
Jeff, knock
How
it
does
off.
this
I should
change
not be
anything?
doing that, for
Of course,
example, for
Sab is
repair
gonna
kits.
bullshit his way
Where
out of it.
I
Like, it's
should
just driving
have,
crazy.
where I've realized things are starting to slow down a little bit as far as our exchange for gold to get ahead of the game and be proactive and do more research as far as why people are not coming in for gold, or there's not influx of gold coming in for New Babylon. I guess being more proactive would have been the solution to the problem.
So why not go after them? Why wait until it was a bigger problem once you already knew we were having economic issues weeks ago? Why not try to resolve it then? Why wait for it to get worse and then let it get to where it's at now?
Truthfully speaking, I was distracted. I mean, there's no excuse.
By what?
Other things in my mind, you know, other I guess pet projects of mine that I was working on.
But that's why you
Sab,
have
come on,
employees,
bro.
right? To be able to
European,
take the
man.
weight of things so it doesn't
Come
just
on,
fall on
bitch.
you. So at that point, it's still on you for not having people within the Merchants Guild that are able to support you when you aren't able to keep up with the work, right?
I
hired
don't
on
disagree.
devs at
I
that
don't have an
point.
excuse when it comes to that. There's no excuse. That's one that I'm willing to take in the chin.
Okay. All right.
Hey. Two-parter here. Who does the accounting for the Merchants Guild, and who is it available to the public?
So there's two people actually. One is we buy most of our information about businesses and their profits and their expenses through the business bureau, where we pay Fiona X amount of Babylari for paperwork, and the person that helps out with
I
keeping
can't
everything
do it, 'cause
organized
if I
is
do
the master
something,
of
it's
coin,
line
which is
getting in the
Quentin.
way. Everyone's gonna go like, this is why we don't ask questions, guys. We gotta let it happen.
Any other questions? More than happy, like I said.
You can sit down, boy.
All right.
That was impressive. Y'all let Sab just sit there for a straight half an hour and just bullshit his way through every question. Jeff and Sab, please approach the mic. So Sab is claiming that he never mischarged or overcharged Jeff for a single resource he has ever sold him, and Jeff is claiming that he was overcharged for the resources that he acquired to build, vehicles, tools, whatever, at Chrome. Let's figure out which one is true.
You want to go first, Seb, or you still denying that?
So
Why you laughing,
my
Chatterbox?
rebuttal
Why you
for the whole
laughing,
thing, I
boy?
don't remember intentionally, purposely trying to upcharge.
Dude is so blunt.
We have a book with prices.
There's a reason
I
motherfuckers
trust
don't
somebody to
like
give me
you,
a number
boy.
because I'm running around often. It's not an excuse.
I don't
but
play
I'm
a very
just-
nice character.
That is what I have to say. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that you intentionally upcharged us, but I would be like, it's 30 Babylari we agreed to, right? And you say, yeah, and then I would give you 90 for 3, for example.
Okay, let's pause for a moment. You claim that you did not overcharge him, period. Now you're sitting there saying that you didn't intentionally do it, so I'm confused. Did you do it or not?
I wasn't thinking about it.
What does that mean?
That means I'm running around dealing with different things that I don't
That's
have
not what
time
I'm asking
sometimes.
you, though. Did you overcharge Chrome for resources, yes or no?
Would have to check the book. I don't recall. That's my answer.
What?
Okay.
You told me earlier that you did not do it. And you stand on that. I asked you to triple down on it, and you tripled down. So now you don't recall, and you have to check your book.
I mean, if it's not in the book, it's not there. So I mean, Like I said, we go through a lot of transactions.
What does that mean? If it's
What it
not in the
means is
book,
we go-
it's not there. You supply
I mean-
Chrome, an essential business in New
I have
Babylon
to go
for
grab that book.
resources.
You have the book for the transactions. Go grab that. It's all in there.
I have them right now.
So did you overcharge? This is unbelievable. You don't have this information whenever he asked you for it.
Yeah, because
Did you
well, I'm dealing
overcharge
with a lot of business
Chrome?
at
Did
once,
you
so-
overcharge Chrome? Yes or no?
I'm gonna go with no.
What do you mean you're gonna go with no? You're just guessing whether you did or not?
Brother, there's been a lot that has happened. So, like I said, I'm going off memory here, and I want to say no. That's what I believe. Now, has been an instance or two maybe happening? There's a possibility. I just don't know.
Can you check your book and let the people know, please?
Q, which book? No, I need the book that has like the transactions.
Also,
Pricing for each thing in Chrome.
No, I have that already. I need the book for the one that has like, hey, we do this trade with Jeff on that day. So Jeff is taking me a trial over
I'm not
this?
taking the trial.
Then why are we having a trial?
This is not a trial.
Yeah, just trying to clear up whatever's going on here.
This is me showing a slice of what I have to deal with on the daily when it comes to the Merchants Guild. So please, did you overcharge Chrome? Yes or no?
No.
Do you have the evidence to back that
He's
statement?
running the book right now. I just need to know, Jeff, what instance where you felt like he was being overcharged so we can solve this problem.
Well, I don't know if it's a feeling. It's either happening or it's not. I don't believe it's a feeling. I believe it's a number that you look at and you decide, well, this is being overcharged or not.
Okay, Jeff, do you have a date or a transaction?
Yeah, have a date for something today. Today you came to me and we changed prices, correct? They went from higher to lower, correct?
No, those are the prices that we had that we changed. No, went from lower to higher. That's it.
But that can't be because there's also things apparently they didn't have in that book that we added today, correct?
Correct, but the prices of vehicles never changed. It went from lower to higher. I'd say it never went to lower, higher than lower.
If Skipper was here, we would be able to validate this, Marduk. When the prices went up, Sab, you took me and Skipper and Quentin and yourself in Chrome, and you told us what the new prices are, and we wrote them down. Then you said you're getting us a book, correct?
Correct. Did you not receive the book?
After we got the book, I asked, have the prices changed since the book was, created? You said no. So I assumed everything in the book is the same as what you gave me from that day. So I've been giving you prices as you dictated them, and I guarantee you, if Skipper was here, he has the list somewhere. He was writing down numbers as well. The numbers between the book and what you told us back then is different, and the amount I was paying you was higher than what's in the book now.
What was the amount that I gave you the first time? You remember?
For example, let's just do the fire mall. I already said it out loud. The fire mall, there was a price increase on it. It went up to 30 Babylari for the parts, right? To build one. I've been giving you for the past...
No, it's not. It's 25.
Yeah, there's the thing, because you said it's 25.
No, but like I told you, whatever the book was gonna have in it, that's the prices, all right? Quentin, why would we give you a book with all the prices if we're not gonna look at it though? That's the part that confuses me.
The part, okay, so the fire mall isn't 25, it's 20. Okay, that's the correction price I got once Quentin provided me with the book, right? My point is, at certain times I've been giving you Babylari for wrong prices, and I go, I'm not sure, I think we said at 30, right? That's what I have in my book, and you go, yeah, that's what it is, that's what it is. So I understand what you're saying without intentionally upcharging, but there has been discrepancy where I've been paying more than what you were supposed to charge me. Is that correct or no?
Okay, so I understand that, but you never take a look in the book and, okay.
Hey, I have.
So I guess that would have been my fault when it come to it, because I should have just double checked.
Did somebody record that right there?
However, like I said, I don't remember upcharging you for something like that, right?
I don't think you purposely would have upcharged me. You probably just heard what I said and assumed I was right, and I assumed what you told me in Chrome was right, and That was that. But I have been overpaying for certain things.
Who do you think like corrects like if this is the same question I asked you. If I walked into McDonald's and I gave them $25 for a Big Mac and it was $5, do you think they would keep it or do you think they would return me $20, Seb?
They would return it, but like I said, this is not something that was done often and on purpose. Maybe one time out of the 100 transactions we had, right? One time, okay? Because I have a book of everything in here.
Okay, so what you're saying is one time out of, let's say, the last 4 weeks, only one time you have upcharged Chrome.
Correct, because the prices got changed last week.
Jeff, is this true?
That's not true. The prices were not changed last week. Unless they were changed again last week.
Yes, they were. It was okay. Maybe 8-9 days ago. It was like back in what, March 15, 16. How long was it ago? Q did that shit. 10 days ago, maybe less than that.
Yeah, around 10 days ago.
So I don't know what you're thinking, Jeff. That's been going on, brother.
Hold on. There's people here who have purchased I mean, you were one of them as well. Fire moths for 87 Babylari. Every one of those purchases was supposed to be 10 Babylari lighter. Is what I'm trying to say.
No, I've only purchased one 87 Babylari one.
Well, no, because one of them blew up and you bought another one recently.
Right. Exactly.
Yes. I'm saying there's other people who
The first one was 58.
Everyone who has a fire mod here, except maybe the first 2 or 3, have had the new price. Is what I'm saying. So it can't be just one time.
No, I just don't think either of them know what's
every
going
batch
on.
I purchased.
Yeah, you purchased like 5 fire moths, or was it 3, 5 fire moths, 2, 3 boaties maybe of some sort. You had like a large order for one.
Yeah, but there was okay. But there's also like I specifically remember purchasing 3 fire moths, and then at another date I purchased like 4 more, and then I had that package deal.
I understand what you're saying.
Let me
but
ask you a
these
question.
prices
Do
have been
either
active
of
for
you know
less
what
than
you're
10
doing?
days. Yes. I think this comes down to just miscommunication.
Are you both
and me and
sure?
Jeff-
Like, do you guys know what the
Yes.
fuck you're doing?
Yes, this comes down to like miscommunication and making sure we correct that, and that's it. And then double checking and making sure the math lines up. That's all it is.
Does anybody have questions for these guys?
Yeah.
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 Let's not make them useless questions that they can just bullshit their way through, please. Clark, you can go ahead.
All right, it's going to be very crystal clear if anyone can hear me. What were the last 2 repair kit purchases as bundles? What were the prices and the time frame?
Let me see here.
How much did you sell them for? What do you have it written down as? And Jeff, what do you have it written down
Well,
as?
let Sam answer first, and then Jeff can answer after.
Try and see here. March 11th is the last one I'm seeing here.
Yep, sounds about right. I mean, I bought a batch of them.
All right, March 11th, what was the price?
I believe every 5 was 2.
So every 5 repair kits was 2 Babylari. Can you be specific? Like, just not... Like, can you just be specific when you talk and detailed? Is that possible? Every 5 was 2 what?
Babylari.
Every
So a
5
bundle
what
of
was 2
5
what?
repair kits?
Yeah, but the advanced one was every 5 was 1.
Okay, again, detailed. For the love of God,
So the
just
regular
speak
repair
with
kits
detail
every
and
5
effort.
was 2, and advanced was every 1 was 5.
Every one was 5 what?
Babylari.
So one advanced repair kit was 5 Babylari.
Correct. Yes.
And is that what you bought it for, Jeff?
Yes. That
Okay.
that is correct.
And then every 5 normal repair kits was how many Babylari?
2.
2. And is that what you bought it for, Jeff?
No, because I remember giving you 20 Babylari for 10 repair kits or something. I thought it was kind of high, but I was like, it's probably because of the price increases. It's because he said 10 for 5. I got it backwards. You know what I mean? That's my bad. Probably. I don't know. He said 10 for 5. I didn't know what that meant.
Correct.
I thought it was
Yes.
I thought it was 2 Babylari per 1 repair kit. Is in my head.
I'm now getting confused because we're not being direct anymore.
Let me ask you a question. Let me make a statement. How is Arush? Okay. This guy smokes so much weed, he could kill a cow. Like, I don't think there's a human being on this earth that can smoke as much weed as Roosh does. And this guy can run one of the most complex businesses in all of Los Santos flawlessly. And I gotta sit here and watch the both of you not even know what the fuck you're talking about. How is this possible?
Like I said, it's miscommunication. Needs to be ironed out. We're good.
Are you good?
Yes. Yes. I think we're making a mountain on molehill, if you ask me, when it comes to this.
Oh, so this is no big deal then. This is just being dramatic.
This is a big deal. Hold on, wait.
This is us being dramatic, Seb.
We're paying over. Like all of us are paying a fuck ton for your miscommunication.
No, it's not.
Deal.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Is
Listen.
it a miscommunication or is it just? I don't
No,
understand.
I'm not talking.
Still,
I'm not talking about you paying a fuck ton. Okay.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this is just. I just sort of slowed down, spoke with Jeff, made sure we're on the same page as far as the prices, and it could have been fixed. That's it. That's all it is.
Hey, today, hold on, wait. Today, the price of the repair kits moved again. Okay, so it's no longer.
Yeah, those are the new prices,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
On March 11th, like I said, we're on the old prices. The new price got introduced on the 15th or 16th of March.
No, because there was new prices introduced yesterday for us selling them, but you changed them again today, so I have to re-update the BBB like Fiona.
What are the new prices?
It's three. Three
What?
Babylari.
Three Babylari for what? Like,
For
you guys gotta be
one
detailed.
Advanced repair kit. One advanced repair kit, 3 Babylari is what I buy for, and I'm gonna sell it for 3 Babylari.
Okay, what about the normal repair kits?
I bought one for 5 today.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. No, he bought it for 5. That makes sense.
Hey,
yes.
newsflash!
That's
Prices
fine.
can change. Hello, welcome to the economy.
Yeah, apparently they change every 2 seconds because you guys don't know what the fuck.
No,
the
they don't
price
change
is.
every 2 seconds.
Hold on.
You
What's the fucking
motherfuckers.
price?
Okay, Clark, you have no room to talk. You've been here for 9 months. How you broke, bitch? Huh?
Hey,
What are you doing there?
Hold on.
Listen, if your excuse for being a shit business person is calling everyone else broke, then you are lost in the sauce. It's not
Yeah,
everyone
because
else's problem, it's yours.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I got a simple one.
And I ain't broke, dumb fuck.
You are, Clark, broke. You are broke, okay?
You government.
Bro, that what you look around? Oh man, you
Yeah,
are
but
lost.
Speedy, I
You're
still have a
looking at the
profit as
wrong
well,
people. You look at
okay?
the wrong fucking people, my
I
friend.
still make profit, all right? I don't just sit there and just ask daddy for money.
Let's hold on.
You didn't ask me for money.
Bazine,
This is our merchant leader, by the way. This is the merchant guild leader. He's got hot, and now he's calling everyone fucking broke.
Hold
I
on.
trust in
Peasants
you.
are,
I
you know,
trust in
peasants,
you.
peasants are actually a compliment to you guys.
Hold on, Sam.
That's
Sam,
my
hold
merchant
on.
guild leader right there.
Everybody settle the fuck down.
I got
Let me
a
just-
simple question.
What's your
Let me just
question?
say this, Andy. Can I just say this thing about Bazine's thing, and then we can go to Andy? Is that okay, Andy? Okay. Bazine bought a repair kit for 5. Then I met
Yo, he just
Sam, and he
annihilated
just lowered it
everybody
now,
else.
so I'm bringing it
Oh
up,
my God.
okay?
This
So,
man said
Can't do nothing about that. Also, hold on.
No, deal with it. Earn more Babylari and get your
Hold
ass
on.
to work.
Also, with Clark, okay? Clark made a deal for a repair kit for 9 Babylari. He took the repair kit from my hands and said, I'll pay you 9 Babylari. Gotta find, the banker. Then, after the prices changed,
It's a
he
compliment
came
for
back
you guys.
and was willing to.
What a great, that was
refund
a
the repair
fantastic
kit
insult. Oh my God.
so then he can buy it for a lower price.
That's right.
After
What an amazing insult.
leader of Chrome, who we've established is Marduk Skipper, specified specifically, a deal is a deal. 9 Babylari for that other one, the one that he made a deal for. Since the prices have changed, he has 5 back. Clark went around that by getting Leon to buy the repair kit from me.
I don't know what the
and give it to
fuck
him.
you're doing. I don't give a shit about your drama with Clark. Can we
It
move
does-
on?
hold on. Let me
Shut the
explain what
fuck
matters.
up. No,
Let
I
me
don't,
explain
no,
what
it doesn't
matters.
matter. No, you don't have to explain it to me. It does not matter. I don't care about your drama with Clark. Y'all can
Then
do that on your own.
why does he get to bring that up then? I'm confused.
Nobody's listening to him. Andy, what's your question?
Okay.
There seems to be a lot of I thinks and I believes. Is there not a paper trail? Is there?
There is. Everything's written down. Everything's written down. Like I said, I take accountability for those transactions because I could have slowed myself down, pulled out my book, made sure it was the right amount of Babylari, got the transaction, and been on top of it. My fault.
Look,
And if there's any
don't worry.
Yes,
All
there
right, well,
is
no, no.
a paper trail. We
Okay, then
record
no
what
more
we
thinks
purchase.
and believes and assumes. Just fucking know. Please.
We do know.
Period.
I paid the guy for this amount, and that's what I've been paying him for. Obviously, he thought I'm correct, and I
What's
was
your
wrong.
question, Harry?
Okay. This is Question to Saab again, and I mean this like my kind of I have concern here.
No, just shoot straight. You're fine.
Okay. I don't know if this ever really thought about because we've been going for like 9 months, and this definitely wasn't like this in the beginning. But if we have people in Babylon who maybe don't have any Babylari because maybe they spend it or maybe they have problems, their addictions, whatever. What can be done, or what's your plan with the people that have thousands of Babylari? Like you said, like people buy their car, they buy their weapons. Maybe they're not getting fined by the militia. They're just
wait. Where is Tony?
Here,
Where do y'all see him? I don't even see him. Oh, he's right there.
Thousands of Babylari. Is your plan to print more Babylari, or are you gonna get control of the Babylari that's out there?
So I don't control the printing of Babylari. I control the managing of Babylari within the circulation, right? And I do agree that is a problem that we're starting to have. I'm trying to think of a creative solution to fix it and to find ways to have that Babylari be injected back into the economy, right? So this is where something like the bank, for example, would come in handy, right? Where people can place their money into the bank.
All right, Skip. I don't give a shit about your bullshitting. Any other questions? All right, y'all can both have a seat. I don't think either of you know what the fuck you're doing. I don't think either of you take your jobs seriously at all either. And I think y'all both wait to get caught before you actually change something or try to improve on the things you work on. So that's my assessment of that. Do with that as you will. I believe we'll be back here in a week and the economy will just be worse than it is now. Would you say, Sap?
No, nothing. I think things will get better. There's definitely light down in the tunnel. That's what I feel.
Sure. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe, brother. What else did I want to talk about, Chad? I'm kind of fucking out of ideas here. I'm fucking cooked. Anyways, we can finally move forward. If you guys have any more questions regarding the economy, just ask Sab. If you believe Chrome is still price gouging and scamming, just let me know personally, because I am not aware of what the fuck the prices are. That's all I got.
All right, New Babylon, we have the Jousting, the Grand Jousting tournament tomorrow. That is open to public viewing. Obviously, we expect everybody to come in costume and ready to LARP. I'm gonna pull Andy and Quentin to the microphone to give a couple announcements regarding that. After this town hall meeting, I'm gonna have a meeting with the people organizing it, but after that, I will need all the knights and squires so that we can run through just a few things with you guys. So please be available for that. This is our last day before tomorrow, so it is crucial that we have this ready to go.
All right, everybody. Yes, Jousting is open to the public tomorrow. It is free for them to entice them. We are still selling tickets for Babylonians. So please come to me and get your tickets. Remember, they are 1 Babylari for peasant tickets, 5 Babylari for VIP today. Tomorrow, the price does go up to 3 Babylari for peasant tickets, 8 Babylari for VIP. So please find me, get your tickets, and I will mark you down having paid. There will be no questions, thinking or believing. I will know you paid. I will know you have tickets. Please come find me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. And hello, New Babylon. So, when it comes to the jousting event we have tomorrow, these are going to be the current standings and the schedule of who will be fighting who. Currently, we will be having Sir Sabby of Leanshire fight Clark Ravenslayer in the first round matchup. It'll be a best of 7 rounds. In the second joust of the tournament, it will be Dame Queenie versus Harry the Hung. in a best of 7. The winners of both of those matches will proceed to fight each other in the final joust to claim victory for the entire tournament. Sadly, those of you who I did not list did not qualify for the final.
Wish we did like a ceremony, like for who qualified, you know, like made them all line up and shit.
I want to encourage you to do better, fight better, and train harder for the next season of the New Babylon Jousting League. Thank you.
Huzzah!
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 All right. Thank you, Jousting League. Just a reminder, when I call every knight and squire, even the ones not fighting, you will have to attend this meeting. Just because you're not fighting doesn't mean you aren't LARPing, okay? You are still a big part of the performance we are putting on tomorrow. Moving on from jousting. Accountability. This came up today.
Come on, we already heard this. We already heard
brought
this. Like,
up.
we can't be
I think it's something
regurgitating
that
all
we
the time.
can all
Like,
reflect upon. Yesterday, you may have noticed, in the later hours,
oh?
I was a bit stricter.
Oh, come on. This is just.
And going forward, that
what's
may be the
word?
case.
This is just bullshit.
But I want to make it clear that every single person here, I don't care how you think you are doing in Babylon, you are responsible for being accountable. Yourself, your actions. Okay? You guys are not children. You shouldn't need an adult present to watch over what you guys are doing. I'm sick of that narrative. All right, every single one of you knows what we are doing here. Every single one of you knows the standards that we uphold, knows the codex. Do better.
We gotta stop doing that bullshit. Hey, Sab, side question for you. When you said, when you said that calling them peasants was a compliment, what did you mean by that?
Well, I was gonna call him a scoundrel or whatever. Something much lower.
Yeah, what did you actually mean when you said calling the people of New Babylon peasants would be a compliment?
Well, I'm talking to the broke people. The peasants actually have something to work for, you know? They actually bust their ass every single day.
Who do you think does it out of curiosity?
The people who are broke around here who are now actually doing work and they're complaining about Babylari.
Alright.
Good answer.
Like, listen, if Eliza comes up here to say the same thing that I just said, that Celia just said to her own version, I'm gonna lose my mind.
The Storm Lord. The Scorch Lord. Calypso. Shai-Halud. There are many guiding lights to our path here in New Babylon. And there has been wanting amongst us all for many things. Accountability, progress, truth. And this truth takes many forms. For those of you who feel that calling very deeply, myself, and a couple of others, Clark, Skipper, Lulu, are working on a written record of these guiding lights of ours.
I gotta recalibrate these meetings.
Babylon. Those of you who have insights that you wish to share, or wish to dedicate yourself to expanding your mind further about all of these things that make Babylon, please do speak to me when you get the chance. Because we can feel the shifting sands. All of these problems that we are facing do not happen in a vacuum. We are having a crisis of faith.
Amen.
A faith in our earth, faith in our waters to provide fish, faith in our Merchants Guild to keep our flow of commerce, and faith in each other to take accountability and face reason. I hope you think on this.
Thank you, Regent.
I believe Harry's got his lottery shit today. We can do announcements. CJ, Andy, and Quentin, you're all fined 25 Babalari for not using the ceremonial horn to begin and end the Jousting League information and announcements.
Yeah.
Harry's so funny, man.
All right, Babylonians, it's Wednesday. It's time for the fucking numbers. We are at a rollover on our jackpot prize of 375 Babylari. Let's see if we can get a lucky winner today. That's 5 numbers in a Powerball, 375 Babylari, and 5 numbers, 150 Babylari. So a quick shout out to Basm, Quinton, Fifi, Nancy, and Luciano for buying tickets this week, and I'm going to draw the numbers. This week's numbers.
Baby, big money, big money.
Come on.
$16, 4, 6, 3, 12.
Damn.
Come on, baby. Golden number time.
And the Powerball number for the week? Number 1. I will be checking the numbers. I'll be back up with winners shortly. I got a new system now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Harry.
Thank you, Harry.
All right, any other announcements? All right. I mean, Harry, if you just want to do it up here, we can wait, or we can just wrap it up. Whatever. We'll just wrap it up. Harry can contact you if y'all want.
Oh, I'm now coming with the winners.
Oh, never mind. He's got the winners already.
Oh shit, that quick.
Damn.
Get in.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Who's the winner?
I got a new system. New system is a lot better.
Fingers crossed for you, Speedy. You didn't even buy any of this fucking group.
And the winner is...
My system's broken. I'll contact the winners.
Gamey.
Thank you, Harry.
No, listen, I'm sorry, Leon. I gotta start being more brutal, brother. You didn't line up earlier. You're cut out. Ladies and gentlemen, there's New Babylon for you. Great meeting. Bye. Guys.
My Duke Lang.
Yeah.
I feel like I should maybe tell you the spice prophecy I had because the last one I had predicted y'all getting kidnapped.
What'd you see?
Well, the Yogg one, I saw the depths of the ocean and a mask with glowing eyes. And if I would have told more people, they probably could have said that that's what the Yacha looked like, and we should probably watch out for the Yacha if we go to the depths of the ocean to the mothership.
Fuck.
So this time, what I saw, you know, maybe we can get ahead of it somehow this time. I saw a figure in clothing not of this time or not of this planet, and what kind of felt like a sword, but it could just be any kind of like ancient or foreign kind of like melee weapon. And the prophetic way to say this is a place once filled with many voices, but barren, abandoned, and rotting.
Holy
So
shit.
maybe you know more about things, because I didn't know what the fucking Yacha were. Maybe if I would have said that to somebody that knows what the Yacha were, they would have, you know. So maybe that could mean something to you that I don't know about.
I'll look into it.
Alright, thank you, my dude.
You let me know if you see anything else, okay?
Of course.
The problem is like I just can't. I'm just not around for that arc, so I don't have a fucking clue of what the fuck is going on. What do we do?